Welcome in, everyone. You're listening to Zelda Speedruns. We have a 3-1 Swiss match in the Crosskeys tournament between VeXtopher and Homemade Beer. My name is Jaxie, and I will be your restreamer for this evening. Our commentators for tonight are Crazed Gamer and Tracy M, and joining me on the tracking is TumbleTalk13. Commentators, the stage is yours.
Excellent, thank you for that. And I'm excited for this matchup. It's 3-1, where all runners are still in contention for brackets, so this will be a good time.
Yeah, 3-1. The winner is going to have a really good position at 4-1. The loser not going to be out of it yet, but definitely is going to have their work cut out for them. But definitely makes this a very interesting matchup between a couple runners that I've met before, so should be a lot of fun.
Yes. And the settings are just regular cross keys, and they can hover and bounce if they want to.
All right, so glad you looked that up because I forgot to. So yeah, regular cross keys can do some funny things, though. You don't have to have all the weird settings to have weird things happen. We'll see if anything comes out of this. We'll see.
Yeah, cross keys is in my opinion, cross keys is complicated enough on its own. You don't need all the extra settings. It's fine the way it is.
I mean, I'm kind of some of the extra settings are fun. I mean, the one I'm particularly inverted. The others are less. Oh, hi.
Okay, sure.
So we didn't need pseudo boost because we just got boots right away. We'll take that, and we're immediately going in different directions. Looks like Beer is gonna try and get a bomb drop from somewhere. Vex is gonna go immediately into the Link's House Bonk Rocks and find out that that's where Spiral K is. Beer gets a bomb. That's actually could be significant, especially if we can get to the back of Escape. Scouts the island at 20 rupees.
Yeah, tempted to just save and quit, start at Sink, and see if it's accessible.
All right, 20 bucks in Ice Rod Cave. Vex is going to show us our first drop down. And he also gets a bomb. That's really good. So we're even up there.
Oh, the baby seed.
Yeah. Is that the tree pull?
Yeah, that was the tier 1 pull. 4 bombs.
Oh, look at this. We found back a Sank. We found Sank without starting there and got lots of money. Oh yeah, Beer doing a really nice play here. He's gonna grab that. It was Ice Rod Cave, gets the free water walk, and is gonna just check the man under the bridge super early. I like.
Oh, that's really heads up. Skullwoods and Eastern are reds.
All right, man under the bridge has 100 bucks, which early on money is not insignificant. Although he's about to get 300 from Sank. Also, of note, this is my least favorite Sank start, because, honestly...
Yeah, you have to walk everywhere until you find a flute.
It's too close to where Link's house is, so it really doesn't give you a nice other place to start at. Glove! Oh, early glove is so nice.
Okay. Yep, so now we can go wherever we want and not have to worry about orphaning any of the entrances.
Yep. So of note with this bomb location, if we do have to turn in the big bomb, the easy way to do it is you set a beer portal right there, grab the bomb, and walk back. Yeah, as chat's saying, really easy, nice, easy, convenient spot. All right.
Feet flipper.
Yep, we're gonna go over to the potion shop. At 300 rupees, I don't know that you need to rush into grabbing a hula hand if that's what Vex is doing. I'm not really a fan of going out of your way for a hula hand. I like to try and route it in naturally.
Yeah, like if you end up doing like the north side of Light World, you end up at the useless fairy drop down, and then you just do hula hand.
Yeah, I mean, unless you have flippers. But yeah, if you don't have flippers, which is most of the time, you can usually just do it then. But no, Vex is going to go ahead and just do it now.
It's not a bad play because we already have a glove, so Zora's in logic in case we end up over there.
Mm-hmm. And the magic bat is our drop down there. But yeah, I feel like you just lose a lot of time doing it this way. Okay, he's not even going to do the whole. He just wants to get over to the north that way.
That's probably fine. If you end up getting like a shovel someplace, then you can easily check that instead of, doing like basically just not isolating shovel in case it comes up.
Sure. Okay, so we're gonna actually get the drop downs. Just a single item. Did scout that it was not Ganon, and we're gonna drop down to a map. Yeah, I don't know. I usually don't scout, but like for this one, I often do just because it's so much further away. So I don't think I would have dropped down for a map, but it is a map that could. I mean, it could be useful to have that map. I don't know. We'll see.
I'll grab any map in any mode that's not all dungeons. Just
Yeah, I mean, I tend my rule map, the Tracy M rule maps. The more out of the way you go to pick up a map, the less likely it's going to be useful. So, see.
Oh, right. Sure.
You get a lot of the, a lot of times, I feel like every time I go out of my way, and the crab is also dropping bombs, by the way.
Yeah, just, you're not hard up for bombs in this seed.
Yeah, no. But yeah, I feel like it's always either Hyrule Castle or Ganon's Tower when I go that far out of the way for it,
Right.
I mean, you could grab those 20.
You could,
if you
yeah.
want them.
You're allowed. It's in logic.
It's in logic, and you have the item to do it. All right, we have some item. Oh, 300 rupees that we're never getting. Okay, we never have to worry about Castle Tower beyond the second chest. That always feels good.
For sure.
Here's Swamp Palace. Oh, that's a terrible location to have to go back to. Maybe it'll be a pendant that we never have to touch. Yeah, right.
That's the hope.
Small key to Swamp Palace.
I was going to make the joke, and I'm like, it's not going to be in, and it was.
Of course it was. There's our well.
That's an easy well.
Yep, we have bombs, so it's all good. Bombos that we can't use yet. Arrows that we can't use yet. $50. Small key to Pod. There'll be lots of those. And a big key to Misery Mire. Hey, we can get into Mire. If we could find it.
Plenty of entrances left to check, though, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's just in Kakariko.
Yeah, same. Actually, we can't get into... We can get into Mire. We just can't do anything because we have nothing to kill Wizrobes with. Wizrobes, funny enough, do not die to bombs. Which I find, as a Z1R player, where we use bombs all the time, I just still find that very amusing that, for whatever reason, everything else kills Wizrobes in this game, but not bombs.
They evolved. They can survive bombs.
Just not everything else. All right. So Vex. Beer just kind of trailing Vex here, but he did that extra check under the bridge with the water walk, so it's pretty even at this point.
Right, the Spec Rock item is just arrows, so the only value that's going to have is possibly as a connector, and we're going to check all the entrances here first before pursuing that.
Yeah, I mean, we're still only 3 hearts green mail. You're not even guaranteed to survive the trip down with the Moldorms doing a heart of damage. Ice Palace small key.
Always good to have always good to have one of those. Don't need it, but it's just good to have.
Mm-hmm. Actually, the Ice Palace small key becomes really significant if you have Icebreaker but don't have both glove and hammer.
Right.
Because otherwise you have to steal the conveyor key or not sequence break. Yeah, found an uncle who does not have a lot of stuff for us.
So what drop downs are we missing now?
Useless Fairy, Ganon, and there's one more single item. I forget which one we saw. We've got to. I think we saw the Thieves one, so we'll have the Lumberjack as the other one. Pod Big Key is nice to have early.
It's a dark
Here's our-
cave.
Yep, dark. Let's see. Vex is not going to try and do it. Don't know if he went far enough. I don't think he went far enough to tell for sure if it could be, if it's the only one we're really interested in early. Here's Hyrule Castle, which I imagine won't be too long before we do it, but maybe doesn't want to do it with just bombs. At least not right away.
We have plenty of bombs, so getting the front of escape shouldn't be a problem. It's just it takes up time, and you're not doing entrances while that's happening.
Yeah, it's slow. It's. I mean, at 3 or 4 hearts, it's not ideal. So, better to have pretty much any weapon. Spike Cave, way too early to be able to do that. No hammer. Not to mention a safety item.
Useless
All right,
fairy.
yep, so,
So Ganon
that puts
and
Ganon vanilla? Wait, what other drop have we not seen? Location, we have obviously the pyramid, but...
we did see useless fairy drop down.
I think we might have vanilla Ganon.
Not the worst thing in the world.
I like a vanilla Ganon. Make me just do the climb.
Ah, yes, just
Never
take
have
that
to think
decision
about
point
it.
out. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm. Should I do the climb? Yes. Yes, you should do the climb. Even, like, skip the basement if you can.
There's a connector to a Dark Death Mountain on the west side. So a nice mirror would be get us a whole lot of information. Early dam.
All right.
I mean, we've already seen Swamp Palace, so no flippers yet. But we have a small key, and we have a dam.
Is that first chest important?
We have the small key. We have we could do Hookless Swamp with just some flippers.
Everyone's favorite.
Yeah,
That's
Paradox
tough.
Cave. Yeah, well, no, we have got this. It's fine. You got 7 bombs. You do it. You do these other checks first. You want to check the connector anyway. Nice.
Oh, okay,
max
sure.
start spot. That's not. I mean, with our castle start spots, that's not bad to have that, honestly. $20 on the race game, so we don't have to worry about doing that once we get to the Dark World. Small key to Turtle Rock. Small key to Ganon's Tower. The main thing here is you want to make sure you get the items. You don't really want to die because you want to check those exits. Especially those mold orbs are scary. But he gets through. We get blue mail out of it. It's the last check after everything else is dead.
Of course, if you went there first, it would have taken a little less damage, but, you know,
Yep.
whatever.
First connector takes us over to the Ice Rod Cave area, which makes it easy. Just do that now instead of having to come over here. And there's GT,
Oh, gee golly.
which we can't do much anyway. We
yeah.
get 3 items.
3 items and a dream.
Yeah, Beer's gonna do this in the right order because he's got his getting his blue mail. The mirror's nice.
Convenient mirror.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of not surprised for the mirror to show up as early as it's showing up because we do have that access to Dark Death Mountain that now turns into access to Light Death Mountain.
Ooh, and there's a shovel that's... We already kind of did the checks all
We'll
around it, so yeah.
We'll get back there at some point. Half magic's nice. In the Waterfall Fairy Cave.
We like to see that early.
Not that we have anything to use magic with right now, because we don't have a sword for our one magical item, the Bombos. The other exit gets us... Oh, the eastern area. Okay.
Flute 5, okay.
Which Vex is going to go ahead and clean up right now.
And with a glove, you get to take the quick route.
You're not going to check the other exit. I think he wants to probably maybe. I would go to the mountain. Maybe he's also going to check that shovel spot. Nice shield. But Beer's going to prove me wrong and do something else. Skipping the... Did we already do that cave? The Light World Hype Cave?
I don't know, but it's interesting that... Has he seen the dam? Because that's an item. Oh, but this is also...
Well, no, he hasn't skipped that yet. I'm talking about the Light World Hype Cave.
Oh, I didn't...
Yeah, because what he's going to do is he's going to go immediately west. Yeah, I'm looking at his tracker and it's not marked off, so he just decided not to do it for reasons.
Okay.
Lamp is good, because now rescuing the old man becomes free.
Also, it's not a huge... Like, even if it's an overlook, it's fine, because Link's house is right there.
Yeah, he's going to be able to get back to it easily enough. There's a compass as the flooded item. That's not very interesting. Hera, which we can't beat. And we have no weapons to hit switches with, so we have to use bombs, which is very annoying. And we have a 20 on the floor that we don't need. Hype Cave for Beer. I think that was behind the glove. Hammer! Move, girl!
Just have Dark World access, I guess.
Yeah, this has worked out really well for homemade beer. Like, Vex remembers that this is a cave we can water walk out of. Oh, no. Oh, he hasn't been here yet. Let's see if he does a water walk here. Small key to Hyrule Castle. No, he's not doing the water walk. So the Hyrule Castle small key doesn't get us anything practically because we already have access to all the things in Hyrule Castle. But it does put it all in logic. Compass on the ledge there. Ah, there we go.
Oh, we just wanted to do the entrances first and then this.
Yep. And Beer's going to do South Dark World.
I don't mind it. You get to, and probably go to Pyramid just to see the item that's there.
Yeah, maybe. I think he's going to do, like, over to the west and hit Dig Game and Stumpy and all that. Don't know if he'll come back around for the rest of it. If it were me, I wouldn't really want to do the pyramid until I have access to all three Hyrule Castle entrances with that mirror.
Right. Coming back for that middle one is always a pain if you don't have a keep or two swords.
Yep. Looks like Vex is going to turn the shovel in. Blind's Hut. For beer.
At the dark bonk rocks by the bomb shop.
Fire Rod. Sword. Dang, 5-item caves paying out today. They don't always.
And we got 2 items to spend our half magic with. Got a fire rod, and now we have a sword that we can use bombos with.
Yep. Vex is going to be the first to the mountain. Doesn't have Moon Pearl, lamp, or sword, which is going to make it a lot slower for him than it will be for Beer when he finally gets back here. So that's a little unfortunate.
And this also hurts VeXtopher as well, because Beer has a hammer that would go very well with the mirror to get to the other side of the mountain.
Oh, and hey, it's Ice Palace that we have items for. I mean, Vex doesn't have items for it, but Beer sure does. Alright, you're going to be the first one to show us stuff in Hyrule Castle. Vex going to go ahead and rescue the old man. Much easier with sword and or lamp.
Yeah, usually if you're doing this in the dark, you want something. Like, you even take like a boomerang if it comes down to it. But with just the puffs of smoke from your boots it's
I mean, there are a lot of
rough.
runners who can do it with absolutely nothing. I am not one of those people.
Yeah, same.
I can do it pretty darn fast with the sword, almost as fast as I can do it with the lamp, but I can do it with boomerang, hookshot, are all good items for it.
TR West.
And TR West, again, with that's another thing that Beer can do pretty easily, because he's got Fire Rod and Bombos. Either one of those items is going to be really good for killing Pokies. He is going to get that bow, though, so that's good. But yeah, when Beer gets up here, he's going to be able to do Turtle Rock West pretty easily. Okay, and Beer's going to be able to route the shovel spot with the Stumpy check, which is nice.
So Beer is chasing the obvious Dark World access and doing the efficient checks, while VeXtopher is doing the mountain that he's going to have to come back to once he gets the items needed for it.
Yeah. Thieves Town small key. We've already got the hammer. So that's going to be a full clear of Thieves Town once we get a big key and we find it. So that's good for Beer. Likely Vex is going to get all that stuff before he finds Thieves Town, unless he finds it up here somewhere. But no one's going to... I mean, he doesn't have the big key, so... Ice Palace is our green pendant. Ugh. This Beer never scouted the race game, so he gets about halfway there and says, nope, I don't need it. And you did say hovering was allowed, so let's see what we got here. We got Hookshot Cave. We're going to do at least the bonk chest. It's not the hookshot. Vex is going to take on Turtle Rock. He's got a small key, so he could just spend the key, which is what I would do if I'm going to do this right now. Rather than try and kill the Pokies.
He's with the bow.
Doable. Nobody's favorite way to do this fight, though. Especially when you have, you know, anti-fairies and laser beams and skulls all over the place.
It's always the skulls that get you.
Yeah, there's 4 Turtle Rock small keys. You know, almost never need the 4 Turtle Rock small keys. Very, very rare. But we get through it. We're gonna get Dark Cross in Hyrule Castle from Beer. Didn't realize he didn't go do it right away.
Also, good heads up on getting all of the items on those under those pots, which included 5 arrows, which very, very low on arrows.
Yeah, he's gonna want to use arrows for the switch here. And gets a flute out of it, so that was worth it. I found a different dark connector on Beer's side. I'm gonna go ahead and see where this goes. Nowhere. We've knocked out the Desert East spot. Since we already have access to the mountain, the flute's not doing anything for us that we didn't already have, but it's definitely a nice item to have for fast travel.
Especially since our sank location is pretty much a blank.
Yep. Alright, Beer's not on the mountain, so he's going to get all this stuff. Vex fluting to 6 is going to work his way back and should get Hype Caves very soon, so he'll get his Moon Pearl, sword, etc., etc.
And Beer will be able to go to the other side of the mountain and give us some more entrances to look at.
Alright, here's Hype Cave for Vex. I guess the sword was in the other one, but yeah, we got our hammer, our Moon Pearl.
Yes, the sword was in Blind Side Out.
Yep, which was in the South Dark World. Right, so Beer's gonna get his flute in just a second. We'll see if he decides to. He's got 2 really good choices for killing Pokies. The Fire Rod and the Bombos are both really good choices. We'll see if he chooses to use one of those or if he just uses the small key. With the ability to easily kill the Poke, I will typically kill it. Unless I have so many keys and I already know where all the entrances are.
I do expect Beer is going to pick up the flute and mirror out and then check the rest of the entrances on the east side of the mountain.
Yeah, he's got a lot more entrances to check at this point. And Vex has gone straight back to the mountain, wants to get those east entrances as well.
Doesn't want to leave those behind, which I
a lot of them. Beer wants some upgrades.
Got the money to spare. Might as well.
Haven't paid off Zora yet, so I'm not sure I would have spent that kind of money. But we'll have plenty of money coming up later. This game tends not to be money tight, except sometimes really, really early. Got lots of things to do before Zora becomes a problem.
Yeah. Especially since we haven't been to Catfish yet, so
right.
like getting money and then you just do Catfish mirror to Zora, so and we already have flippers and everything, so I don't mind it.
Right. Beer finds out Ice Palace is his green pendant as well. There's the bottom of Speck Rock Cave, so we never have to worry about that. Beer says, you know what? I'm just going into Ice Palace right now.
It's a bunch of items.
It is. I mean, you can beat this. We've got half magic and fire rod, so it's not even that bad. But we don't have the big key.
And he knows it's a pendant. It's a green pendant.
And he knows it's a pendant. I mean, it's green pendant, so it's the extra item, but it's still a pendant. We don't have hook shot to put everything in logic. We don't. Yeah. Maybe more importantly, we don't have a cane of Samaria to make things super easy. Vex finds Spiral Cave, which we saw the bottom of somewhere dumb that we don't care about, but it is an item, so we still got to do it. See if we'll see if I imagine Beer is going to go ahead and hammer jump. Sorry, not hammer jump. Ice Palace bomb jump, and just go ahead and beat the dungeon. But I mean, that is an option to not do that, and let the game tell you that you need to beat Cold Stare with the big key.
Yeah, I always feel bad leaving it behind because it's like, well, the big chest is the big chest, and then all of a sudden you get the key, and it's like, oh well. Do I ever come back to this?
Yep, exactly.
And when the answer is yes, I come back to it, it's nothing. And when I choose not to come back to it, it's the thing.
Yeah. I think you say that about a lot of things in Rando so often. I do like this strat here for the Pen Gators. You don't get to do this very often, because if you have a hook shot, you just kill them with the hook shot. And if you have the cane of Samaria, you just use the cane of Samaria.
So having the Ice Palace small key lets you skip a few rooms and just open that door and just go straight here, which I like.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a bomb jump to get through the hookshot room. And if you use your keys properly and slowly, you can get around doing that. But it's better just have the small key. Vex gonna see all these things in the South Dark World that we already saw. But okay. The bonk rocks here is the important one. I'm gonna miss Sword and his fire rod.
Right.
So far, not a whole lot in this Ice Palace.
It's okay. The answer is an iced tea. It has to be.
I mean, you say that jokingly, but like I've seen a lot of progression in iced tea over the years in this game. Vex is gonna have to go back in to get that one chest, which is really annoying. And you have to, unfortunately, to reset the blocks, you have to leave the room, the entire building, and go back down. It's very annoying when you mess up like that.
Oh, is that what happened? Okay.
Yep.
That is technically progression.
Pod small. Definitely not the swell item that Beer was hoping to find there, but I guess you take it.
Well, it is the second pod small, so we can now technically, not logically, get to the back, which is nice.
Alright, gonna go for the cold stare fight. He's got full magic. He's got a bombo so he can use to save a little bit at the beginning, and then he'll try and use... Should be able to finish off with the fire rod shot. He's gonna have 14 fire rod shots, so should be able to do it pretty easily. Hammer as the backup if things go wrong. Very nice.
There it is.
And a small key to Turtle Rock. So probably logically required Ice Palace. Obviously, if Turtle Rock or End Pod are other pendants, then this was complete waste of time, and we didn't need those at all. Frankly, we probably don't need all those anyway, but we got a green pendant to turn in at some point. So.
Oh, Saha's right here, so...
Yeah, you're gonna do it now. Let's see what we got. Ooh. Oh,
that's required.
Wait, no, we need that. We need.
That's
alrighty then.
Huge.
So super important that we get that. The problem is, I still think doing Ice Palace later, like, it's all going to depend on when Vex does Ice Palace, right? I mean, if he puts it off long enough, then that's going to be a huge advantage. If he does it at a point where he can do it really fast, then less of an advantage. If he and of course also depends on, is there anything in that big chest, and can Vex wait long enough to have the big key? We're gonna try for the hover. And try again for the hover.
That was close.
Got it. 10 arrows. A map. A useless map. There goes my rules of maps. Of course, that one was invisible, of course. Almost there. Is he gonna try for that last chest again?
You gotta, right?
As a non-hoverer, I have no idea what the right play in these situations is.
It's sunk cost fallacy. You have to.
There's a small key to desert for beer, which is nice to have. All right, we did get all the things. It looks like there was nothing else in Hookshot Cave. Looks like there was just nothing in Hookshot Cave.
But you don't have to come back to it, so...
Don't have to come back to it.
That's a win in some fashion. Yeah, that's another Hyrule Castle entrance, and I think Vex is going to go for it this time.
Yeah, at some point, you just got to do this. You have the small key, so everything in here is in logic. It was all doable anyway. Beer's turn to run through Spiral Cave.
So for now, they're just going over things that we've already seen from the other player, right? Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah, because Beer's already done Hyrule Castle, and I'm not sure, we're just in, he's just in, oh, he's activating the flute. Okay. So there's nothing really new going on his screen, so. There's not a whole lot new we can do. I'm not sure. Trying to figure out what the next play even is, because we haven't seen a lot of dungeons. We don't have flippers to go into swamp. We don't have. We could do some of GT by bonking.
Oh, this is new.
Yeah, we're gonna do Spike Cave, and Beer's gonna go ahead and use this red potion to do it out of logic, because you technically do need to have Cape or Cane. I actually tend to like this kind of play, either with a red potion or a fairy, and then because you should theoretically will find the potion shop at some point, and you want to replace those with blues anyway, if you even care about potions at all.
Right, and if you need to get out, then you could just use the hearts that are under the large amount of pots that are there.
He can't. In this case, he wouldn't have been able to get out because you need effective 14 hearts. He doesn't have 14 hearts. But there was no. I mean, it's in a spot where you're just done with your rot anyway, so it ends up not mattering.
Tier East.
Yeah, we're gonna do some Turtle Rock. Not Turtle Rock. We're gonna do some. Not. Tier East is nothing because we don't have the big key to do anything we haven't already done. But yeah, we're going to do some GT West. Sequence break the heck out of this. Spoilers, we're not going to find a hook shot the first part of this. You're going to go for the single bomb jump to get to this one. Alternatively, you can bonk to that spot and do a different bomb jump. Again, Ice Rod. $20. So hookshot will not be on Trinex. Piece of heart. And the map. Do we have enough keys to put Fire Barroom in logic? Let's see, we have 3, so not quite, but
you do it
Fire
anyway.
Barroom can actually have a hookshot. It is 4 keys and a boots to do it. But just a blue cane. So that puts Spike Cave in logic that we just did. Vex, meanwhile, is checking out Skull Woods. So we can get some new checks on both sides. That's true. We haven't really seen a lot of the North Dark World. Big Key to Swamp is interesting.
Always like to see that before going in.
Yeah, so true.
Did we get the good layout?
Looks
for
like
Skullwoods?
we got a good layout because he's gonna be able to walk back through. Piece of heart, 10 arrows, bombs, more bombs.
Let's see if that early ice dip pays out here. No.
Nope. I'm gonna say an ice dip period is paying out. Just doing it as early as he did. I mean, it's nice to not have to go back to that big chest, because when you do the right side, you don't really want to take it all the way to the back if you don't have to. So it's gonna pay out in that sense. But we really haven't gotten much. We've got an ice rod. Which is, potentially important, but that's about all we've gotten.
And I don't know if you saw, but the Skull Woods big is in Skull Woods.
Nice. I didn't see it. Means we're going to go ahead and get this last big chest here. Never have to come back, which is nice. GT a bust. There's just the ice rod is nice, but on the plus side, doesn't have to come back to it for a while. So
until he finds the Cane of Samaria, and then you get to clean it up.
Looks like homemadebeer is going to go ahead and do the Skullwood stuff into Village Outcast. We see a small key sitting on the bumper ledge.
Oh, we already have the swamp small, so is
Yeah.
there any small key we super care about?
Super care about? No. We wouldn't mind pod smalls are always good to have because you do need at least 4 to clear it, but really you want 5 to clear it because doing it with 4 is dumb. We have the Desert Palace small, which is 2 items. The Harris small we don't ever want to see. But could be
Correct.
significant. We've got Thieves Town small, so that's not an issue.
Okay. So Vex couldn't get that because he didn't have a bottle, but we don't know if Quake is relevant for any of the
Yeah.
entrances yet.
Medallions are so weird in Crosskeys. There's exactly 2 entrances that need medallions, and they're usually not relevant, but they can be. Because let me tell you, it is not fun to be gated by the single medallion you don't have and know that that is your last dungeon to finish.
Right.
I didn't see what connector Vex out of the Pyramid Ferry entrance, but he did not dash turn quick enough to get back in. But we do find this the big key to Hera. We know
Not
where Hera
irrelevant
is.
because we don't have a hook shot yet.
Yeah, and we know where Hera is. It's right in this area in the light world, so. Oh, laser bridge for beer.
Vex did see this before, but I didn't see what came out of it.
Not much so far. Oh, there's Thieves Town.
And there's a Flippers.
Yeah, so Thieves Town is on the top of the castle. And Vex is going to want to hope that there's a sword in here so that you can actually open that, or even the cape, so you can open that one middle Hyrule Castle entrance. Alright, Beer's going to get his stuff out of Skullwoods. Heh, useless map.
At the front 4 was nothing, and we're out of there.
Yep, no big key, so we can't do anything else, and we can't open up the... The good thing is, not being able to open up that middle door is less relevant, because theoretically we're going to come back for Thieves Town later anyway. Yeah. Really nice, though, with Skullwoods, that we can just never come back here, because we had the fire rod to open the back, we got the big key in the front, so...
And that's all of our Hyrule Castle entrances, so don't have to chase connectors.
Yeah, I don't think they're not particularly useful as connectors. I think we're going to see Hera from Vex here with that big key. But first, Super Bunny Cave.
Yeah, it's the bad side of Super Bunny Cave, though, so this is...
Yeah, it's got to do it the long way. So I think we might see him go do this, and he could just flute back to 5 and just do the stuff there anyway. We're not picking up the extra small key. It has 1 already, so it doesn't necessarily need it. I like to pick it up unless I have another key, just so I don't have to worry about the Gibdo, but it's probably faster to kill the Gibdo if you do it right.
That's my troubles, that I don't do it right.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Right, so we get spit out of the Myra entrance. Just Quake to open, which Vex doesn't have, but he doesn't really need to go back in anyway, so it's fine.
And we need Mitts to see what the Well, we don't need mitts, but getting mitts would allow us to see what the entrance for the TR entrance is, but that's, again, just low
I mean,
percent, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we might see it from a connect, once we find the connector to floating islands, say. But we can't do it without, we can't actually open it without mitts, of course. We're in a turtle
TR
rock
main.
is, yeah, TR front, which, no canes, we can't do anything with that. Yeah, mitts and crosskeys is a very funny item because sometimes it gates a ton of things and sometimes it gates almost nothing. I've seen mitts gate as few as like 2 entrances. Just because between connectors and stuff that get you to things other ways.
Right.
All right, this must be the connector that Beer's going through that's going to spit him out at Pyramid Fairy. Let's see if he goes back. There you go. There's the dash turn to go back through. All right, and there Vex is fluting to 5 is going to go ahead and do these things, probably including Tower Hera since he got that key. Another connector. And pendant pod. With 3 keys. Oh, we can do a ton of things in pendant pod with 3 keys. We're gonna have to leave the big chest because we don't have the, we have the big key. So I imagine Beer does everything but big key chest, and obviously you're not gonna kill Helma here, although you could. But I'm of the opinion that if it's a pendant pod, make the game give you all 6 keys to do it. Vex, meanwhile, finds Eastern. No big key for this. So we don't know if this is a pendant or a crystal. No, we know it's a crystal because we know it's a red crystal. Skullwood small for homemade beer, which is going to mean that he was correct in not getting the other key. And we find mitts in Eastern, which is going to open us 2 entrances maybe, plus one that's flipper locked. Yeah, those mitts aren't going to do much, and of course Smith chain.
Right, so I stepped away for like 15 seconds, and I already see 2 dungeons I didn't see before and the mitts.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool.
So Vex is in the pod area. I don't know which exact entrance he has gotten. Okay, so he's only doing... Okay, only did 2 checks. Oh, no, he's not in the pod area. He somehow ended up on the mountain.
He might have been at the pod area and then found a connector.
Yeah, I think that's... Oh, yeah, I mean, that's exactly what happened. He's going to jump down and do some stuff here. The pod that Beer is in is over... I want to say Graveyard Ledge, but it's definitely in that area.
And it's a pendant pod, too.
Yep, so he's going to do everything. Pendant pod with 3... He walked in here with 3 keys, which means he can just do everything in the back. And then save big key chest and potential Helma play for 6 keys if we get 6 keys. Beck's going to go ahead and finish up Skull Woods. Big key to desert could be significant in pod.
Yeah, we're only missing 1 more pendant, so it's a very good chance that desert's required.
Well, looks like Beer has it as a crystal already. It looks like we're down to Thieves Town versus Meyer for our last pendant. Do a nice hammer jump here. Get the rest of these. Vex, meanwhile, doing a nice job with Moth. Get some powder.
Do we know where the bat is?
Yeah, I forget. I want to say it was at the Useless Fairy spot. but I don't recall for sure. Oh, silver's in the big chest of pod. That's nice. That is a definite nice to have.
Well, Beard pulled silvers out of pod.
Yep, that was in the big chest. And ether. So he's got all the medallions now. So you can definitely get all the... Yeah, he'll be able to get that Turtle Rock entrance when the time comes. Once he has mitts. Out of Eastern. Oh, there you go. Skullwoods was at the bottom of the Dark Death Mountain.
And we knew Swamp was the pendant. Okay, so...
Oh, right. Yeah, Swamp was... Oh, did we know Swamp was? We know it now.
Yeah, I'm looking at the tracker and it was already marked, so...
Oh, God. I completely missed that Swamp was marked as a pendant because, you know, we keep track of the runners differently. Vex already had it as a pendant and Beer had not.
Beer's attempting to kern jump. Gets it.
Yeah, I mean, the way he's doing this is out of logic, but the actual items he's going to get out of it are not out of logic. He's just going to do it a different way. I think we're going to get Catfish here. Maybe Zora as well. Might see some splash delete action. Oh, hello.
Mire.
That's Misery Mire. We... no cane, no big key, but it's a lot. No, we have the big key. No cane. But it's going to be 7 items in here, so... And Mire is one of the less bad double dips, in my opinion, just because the boss is really... There's not a whole lot of items on path to Vitreous, so... Beck's going to go back to the North Dark World to clean up some of this stuff, although it looks like he's going to do some Smith Chain action, do Hammer Pegs. Hammer Pegs, one of the locations that is locked by the myths.
Usually locked by the mitts. Sometimes you get like a really weird corner case where
Well, yeah, you can get a connector spitting out of here, but that's about it. It's Mini Moldorm Cave though. That's a good one. Well, I mean, our 5 item caves have paid out so far. Let's see if this one does too. So far, no. Come on, one more chance. A bunch
logically required small keys, and that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, in the Misery Mire key is only logic required for these items that Beer is looking at right now. It's not even logic required for Vitreous. Vidi needs 0 keys. So, definitely not the swell items that Vex was hoping for.
I don't think left side Mire was anything in particular.
It was nothing. This is kind of a terrible location that you're at. You just don't really want to come back for just that if the game gives you all the keys for it later. Beck's gonna take the Smith on a tour, because...
Yeah, I didn't mark down where the Smith was, so...
Yeah, it wasn't in Kakariko, so, yeah. Vex finds Pod. Also has 3 keys, so I imagine he will do all the same things that Beer did. Beer making really good use of that cane, because on 3 hearts, he would have been in trouble. You need 4 hearts really to do that spike chest, and you're gonna probably die anyway. So. Have now time for a hover. The hardest hovers in the game, if not the hardest. So Mire didn't have much of anything. But that is one of the worst locations in the game. You don't want to have to come back there. If the cane had shown up in there, he would have just been able to finish it. And a mushroom from catfish.
Mushroom.
Oh, good.
Mhm. After we already passed by it. Hmm.
All right, we're gonna do some splash delete. For nothing. Well, funny enough, you could set up a. I wonder if you could do a double water walk off of that cave the way that's set up. That's really interesting, but because that is the pre flash delete way of getting something on the ledge. There would be a double water walk, but it's just a compass, so we're not picking it up. So Vex is gonna beat the dungeon. This is really oh, he doesn't know it's a pendant.
Oh, all right. Well,
Okay, no, this totally makes sense. This is the right call for him. He's just gonna be disappointed. Other than our Smithy friend gets to survive a little bit longer because he would go poof with the crystal otherwise.
right. Because for whatever reason, the crystal counts as a follower, and you only get one of those.
It's not even green pendant. Maybe I mean, if there's something good here on Helmasaur, that's gonna be really big. Because Beer's not doing this forever. It's gonna be a long time before he comes back to Pod, even for the big key chest, let alone for Helmasaur.
Just trying to figure out what this could be that would be important, like Thieves Big, I guess.
Thieves Big, Cane of Samaria.
Hook shot.
Yeah, hook shot. Could be hook shot. Yep. There are definitely things it could be. Or, you know, any number of fetch quest items that lead to things. Alright, Beer never end up in the eastern area from Paradox Cave. So this is his first time both eastern and Pod area. So he's going to see Hera for the first time. Probably going to do it.
Oh.
Ew.
That's the opposite of what you want.
That is an absolutely fascinating. Actually, if you're Vex, that actually is, I think, really good for him because it gives him a little more incentive to do Ice Palace, and we know he needs to for that GT big key. Since we do have a Vanilla Ganon, and he's gonna go back in and get everything but Harmless Hellway.
He's gonna get the silvers in the big chest. I could have helped him for the fight, but sure.
Yeah. I mean, of all the fights, the silvers is nice for. Helmasaur is the one that's least relevant because, you know, you can just... There are other good ways to kill him, or just 8 arrows versus 1. Whereas, like, if you find it right after Vitreous, for instance, you definitely feel bad. But yeah, so a TBD on the Helmasaur kill, because at some point we know Vex is going to have to do the do Ice Palace, so he's going to get that one extra check. Also, Beer picking up the shield. Beer clearly not a shield hater.
Love shields here.
I am a fairly neutral shield person. I'll pick one up if it's not out of the way and it's not yet mirror shield. Also, this bomb jump gets a little more... I mean, I wouldn't say it's super more difficult. But it's definitely more annoying with the Smith. Because it's a little harder to see all the shadows.
You gotta line it up and you have to account for a Smith following you.
Yep. Alright, Beer's gonna take this connector. I think this is the one that got us over to TR Bridge, so... He'll find Eastern. So nobody's done Hera yet. Buy a blue potion, I like that. Always like the potion purchases. I always gotta wonder what the poor froggy guy is thinking. You're not gonna do Eastern right now. Which is gonna mean he won't have those mitts for a little while longer. He's gonna wait, try and hold out for that big key. He might go back and do it after checking this entrance, we'll see.
Frog is thinking, don't you know where you're going? And the answer is no, we're playing Crosskeys.
We're gonna get the powder turn in because we got that on the powder on the on Moth. I mean, so far we haven't seen anything behind the mitts because the poor Smith is still in tow. Yeah. Unfortunately, Beer had the mushroom, hadn't turned it in, and found the potion shop. But he's gonna be up there again anyway, so it's fine.
It's the classic punish.
Yep. All right, so we're finally gonna get to see Hera, or more of Hera, because we've seen the first 2 checks. Okay.
Does he
not have the big key? No, he
doesn't
doesn't have the big key yet. Yeah, never mind. Big key of Hera was where?
I do not remember.
I remember when we got it. Small key 2 pod on the Smith. Okay, well. Logically required. Alright, Vex now gonna do Hera, for real. For real now! What would be really good for Vex is if it turns out that if the Eastern Big Key were to be behind the mitts. If not, then Beer probably gets to full clear Eastern in one go. I'm gonna do the bomb jump here. Save a little bit of time. Not a difficult bomb jump, but a very punishing one if you fail it.
Yep, been there, done that.
Or you can, of course, the other fail is running into the bumper at the top. Ooh. Okay, we're... Oh, he poked instead of spun. Alright, okay. So, fun fact, Master Sword slashes are the same as Fighter Sword slashes. Big key to Eastern.
Okay.
Alright, so that's... I mean, that's a good find for Vex, but if we could figure out where that Hera big key was and Beer were to get it, he's likely going to be able to one-shot Eastern. Was it? Oh, I know where it was. It was in Thieves Town.
Right.
And Thieves Town is at the top of the castle, and Beer's probably trying to hold off until he has another sword for it, which he's not going to get until
Eastern.
Until Eastern, which is looks like he's going to do that right now. No, he's going to get his mushroom turn. Let's see. Do that first. We'll see if he goes into Eastern now. He's mirroring Vex into Meyer for the first time. A whole lot of nothing in here. All right, let's see if Beer goes any further in this Eastern Palace.
He did sort of just dip one thing, right?
Beer didn't touch Eastern at all.
Gotcha.
Vex did the first 2 checks. We know the Eastern Big Key's not going to be in here, but there are other things like a hook shot or a cane of Samaria that could be. That we're definitely looking for. Looks like beer is going to continue. Yeah, I have to agree with chat. I'm not a huge fan of the micro dip. Just do all the things. Yeah, otherwise, you start getting into a position where you might have to go in here like 3 times. That's not fun.
I like it better if Eastern is easily accessible, and this one isn't.
This one, yeah, look at that. That is a cane. I mean, Vex is gonna get that. Like, that's not gonna. He's gonna have to go back to Eastern. He's got the big key, so he's probably not even gonna leave that for that long. But he now could have just done Misery Mire if he'd gotten that. So instead of having a huge gain on beer with this Misery Mire play, he's gonna be doing the same double dip. And in fact, he's probably gonna, yeah, he's probably gonna go back to Eastern relatively soon, and he's gonna get that cane that he could have gone 1 more chest to. 2 more chests is just a small key to Hera. Oh, that's interesting. That's the level of the ice big key that Vex got. I don't know if Vex is ever gonna go. Like, Beer is gonna go do when he does Hera. I imagine he's gonna actually just go do Hera, and do all 6 checks. And Vex is probably not getting to that basement anytime soon. Whereas Beer may never even get the Ice Palace big key. But if there's something in there, he's gonna have to get it at some point. Still no Thieves Town big key. It's going to be powder and a crystal for beer.
While it is a red crystal, we already know what the entrance is, so there's no value there.
Yep. Kind of nice when you get spit out of the Pyramid Fairy entrance and never have to worry about actually going there.
It's a whole side quest you don't have to worry about.
Yep. All right, VeXtopher gonna go and sequence break GT. There's the Ice Rod for VeXtopher. Does need that. About the only thing we got out of this. Also gonna end up not being able to do all the basement the first time through, just like Beer was not able to do all the basement first time through.
Although it's a little worse for Vex because he doesn't have the big keys, so he may end up having to. The big key is in ice, isn't it?
Oh, you're right. No, you're right. You're right. The big key was
it was on Saha.
It was on Saha, so that was
So he would just have to, if he comes back here with like the Cane of Samaria, then he would have to route in the big chest as well. But
or not route it, or just hope it's nothing.
Don't do it at all.
And we know it's nothing, but it's definitely going to be on your mind. All right, so this might be Beer going to. You might just do Meyer. This also might be him going to the top of the castle. Yeah, interesting. Hour 14 in, each runner has done one pendant, and one has done one crystal, and the other has done 2 crystals. Although I think Beer is going to be up to 3 crystals fairly shortly after he. There's that Harabi key. So yeah, so Beer's going to do the front of Thieves Town. And so it wasn't Thieves Town, but it was like really close by. And we're gonna get one more entrance here. Right, he's gonna get front of Thieves Town. He's gonna do Hera. Then he's gonna do clean up Meyer. Just get those done and over with, and never have to think about him again. Okay, so the missing entrance was nothing. There's the flippers that were in Thieves Town. It's also going to be really good for Beer because he might just go back to GT after all this and climb.
It is required, so it's just 4 items that are just right there.
Now, a lot of it might depend on how he's feeling about his hovers today. He didn't hover Hookshot Cave. And without the hookshot, he would have to do the hover.
How many small keys are we on for GT? It looks like 3 on.
Yep.
Beer's
so that puts all the stuff that he can get to on the climb in logic. And just the last chest not, which already is not in logic until we get a hookshot. All right, we're gonna get a Meyer clear first. Please turn your silvers back on when you get there.
Pleasant surprise when you get there and one shot doesn't kill the small eyeball.
We don't have a different good way. If we had a tempered sword, then you could. There's some really nice tempered sword and gold sword strats. There we go. There's the silvers. Vex was all ready for that to be nothing.
It's Sora, you already know.
Yeah. I mean, he did pick it up, but it was a heart container that not required, so.
That looks like a setup for Spooky.
Yep. The backup allows you throwing the block into the void is a one of the backup Spooky strats.
Which I would imagine has a lot of utility in Crosskeys, where you're not guaranteed to do the normal setup of Flute 6. And
exactly.
Yeah. And mine is a crystal.
All right, this could be Vex going back to Eastern now because he went ahead and turned in the mushroom. And the potion shop and the Eastern Palace are right next to each other, so I think we're gonna see. So he'll get his Cane of Samaria. Beer's gonna go ahead and hit up the Dark Shopping Mall area. He's not gonna do Hera yet. This might be let's finish up GT. But also get these entrances at the same time.
That spec rock, and we already know that the item is trash.
As well as the connector.
If you want to get back to the mountain, you can get back to the mountain, but
Yeah.
nope.
A lot of nothing over there in Dark Shopping Mall is what we got.
All right, this is the right side of GT, and then probably the climb.
Yeah, we'll see. For me, I'm not climbing without a hook shot. Beer can hover, I assume, because he has hovering turned on, which isn't necessarily there are a handful of runners that have chosen to put hovering on, even though they can't do it. But I think Beer can actually hover. And if you can hover, then I think climbing when you need to is the right play, because you might just run into a hook shot.
The game would never do that, right? They would never put a hook shot on the climb.
Ever. Love the use of the silver arrows on the Gyptos.
I've never seen that before.
Yep.
That is a good use. Didn't realize you can shoot through the blocks like that.
Hmm. All right. Are we climbing? No, we're not climbing yet.
That's probably fair, because if you can't get that hover, you've just wasted how many minutes?
Yep. Where are we? This might be picking up the smith here. Do hammer pegs. We haven't seen the purple chest yet.
Oh, this is Crystal Roller?
Yep. We did see TREs somewhere, didn't we?
We did, yes. In Village of Outcast.
So interesting that Beer is doing this from here. Oh, he doesn't have the big key yet, so he just wants to get this. Okay, no, this makes sense. Now that he's got the Cane of Samaria, he also could do Turtle Rock Front, which is available somewhere. I don't remember where. That's Eastern done for Vex.
Yeah. The front of Turtle Rock is the desert back entrance. I don't remember how we get there, though.
I believe Super Bunny Case spit us out there. But we have a flute and mitts now, so...
Oh, right. So you just go there
the
normal way.
Yeah. Just flute now. And Beer's setting up a mirror portal so he can turn in the purple chest as well, so I think we're going to see that.
Beer's trek was a lot shorter than Vex's with the
Yep.
smith.
Yep. It's that all-important pod small key. I
Need 'em.
mean, it could be important if the Ice Palace big key decides to be required. I think Vex is going to go clean up Meyer now. Recall there were just some small keys here in Mini Moldorm Cave. Nothing we really wanted. Chat asking, what's behind Agatu? Ganon is behind Agatu. I think you just left your purple chest. Yep, you just left your purple chest. I'm not sure how that happened.
Gotta not hit that dash button.
I think it's gonna still be waiting for him. But it doesn't even matter really that much because you have the portal there anyway. That was
Oh yeah,
still
look,
right
there it is. Yeah.
Hi, purple chest.
All right, let's try it again. Once more with feeling. More shields, more fun.
Where is Beer going now? Really surprised he hasn't done Hera yet. You know it's a crystal, you have all the keys.
Yeah, just full clear the dungeons.
Alright, Vitreous down for Vex. Continue to keep the lead in the crystal count, but until he goes to Ice Palace, I'd still give the advantage to Beer.
Oh, this is the TR entrance plus Dark Death Mountain.
Sure. I mean, we haven't found the back of Desert. Castle Towers is still out there for 2 items. But there's not a whole lot of big entrance caves left beyond those 2 things. Ah, yes, the dam. Need the dam. Oh, no, you're right. The dam was really early.
Yeah, well, now we're just looking
That's
for a
why
hook
the
shot
little drop of water is crossed out. We do have Castle Tower here, which unfortunately we only have 1 small key. I mean, sorry, we have no small keys.
No, so it's just 1 check.
No small keys, so it's just 1 check. Yeah, 1 check, no small keys.
Hey, how about we keep going?
1 small key, 2 checks. And that is a very good question. If we have why aren't we in Swamp? Where was Swamp?
The actual Swamp House was in Lost Woods.
Okay.
Ugh.
Oh, goody. Well, maybe we can check it. We can check one of those immediately. Oh, that's right. It was that north entrance in the Lost Woods. That's right.
Yeah.
So, but, everything could just be there. Beck's going to do the front of Turtle Rock. This is new. Turtle Rock, big key.
All right, let's do that next. I mean, after Ether Tablet.
If we're even going to do Ether Tablet right now. We're going to throw a chicken through the wall.
As one does.
Sank is at the castle, to answer that question. So, pretty useless.
All right, what is ether tablets? Ooh.
Another big key. Oh boy.
All
Oh
right.
boy. Big key to
All right.
Thieves Town.
2 more
So
crystals.
I mean, yeah. Is beer hookshot? Yeah, we're hookshot. He needs the Eastern Big Key, but he's gonna run into that in Hera. And we need to find the Desert Palace entrance, which what do we even have left? Okay, now this will be Hera for beer.
So we're missing the mirror connector entrances. We're missing the one on Death Mountain, and we're missing the one on Bumper Ledge.
Well, the Death Mountain one we're missing is Floating Island because we have TR Bridge, so that's not an entrance. But you're right.
Oh.
There's the one at Bumper Ledge that we haven't seen. Plus, I think Talmaltic may be right. We might not have seen Ice Palace yet.
Yeah, that sounds right. Mitts were kind of late-ish.
Well, we need the hookshot for... No, Swamp Palace is a pendant. We don't need it. That's why we're not in Swamp Palace. He doesn't know it's a pendant, though. I imagine he'll do Thieves Town right after this, though, now that he has the big key. There's that Turtle Rock big key for Vex. So yeah, Hover Go is how do you feel about your hovers today? Okay, so the question about Fast Ganon, technically it is Fast Ganon, but if there is Fast Ganon in the sense that you don't actually have to kill Aga 2 to be eligible to kill Ganon, but if Ganon is sitting at the pyramid, you need it to you still need the
it's Ganon vulnerability.
To do it. You need it to open the hole. So the hole's not there until you've beaten GT. All right. So at this point, I think Beer is just going to be at clear crystal time and check on-path stuff for hookshot. And, you know, frankly, I'm sure he'd like another sword.
Yeah, that makes the most sense. You're not going to skip items at this point, but you're just going to clear the dungeons ahead of you and just hope you get it.
Well, we'll see how confident he's feeling about his hovering today if he skips the big chest. So Thieves Town doesn't really have a good go mode. It's a terrible go as far as go moding it. But the one thing you can do is if you have the small key, you can skip the pot key here and skip opening the big chest. And it looks like he's going to grab the pot key, so that means he is going to at least check the big chest. So I think he's still hoping to find either... oh, and he doesn't know, because he doesn't know this is a crystal. That's a really good point. He doesn't know whether it's this or whether it's Swamp Palace, so...
Right, so it's clear it and then see what it is, and then...
Yeah, so that makes sense to grab the pot key, so that might not say anything about how he's feeling about his hovers. So to answer the question, yeah, I feel like Vex covered Hookshot Cave, so I don't think he's going to have any issues. And Beer did not. So that tells me Vex very, very confident, and Beer confident enough that I don't think he's going to go out of his way looking for Hookshot. But I can't speak with any authority on that.
I can only make the assumption that if the agreed upon mode was hovering and bouncing allowed, then you knew how to do at least one of those two things.
Yeah. That said, like I said, there are a handful of runners that have chosen to allow it, even though they can't do it. Just
for the love of the game, I
feel
guess.
They feel like it should be allowed, and therefore they're making it be allowed. And meanwhile, Vex is
Never mind, we're good.
There's no hookshot on path. It just doesn't matter. No one's even in go mode. You don't. Heck, muscle memory will have you pick up. Yeah, and okay. Beer was thinking about it.
No, definitely open up the big chest.
Yeah, I mean, you still like to have a sword, but even if this isn't the pendant, sorry, even if this were the pendant, that hookshot would let you do Swamp Palace, so you'd be good to go. And yeah, and Vex still continuing to have that crystal. Oh, we still need to find desert. Still need to find
all right,
back
sure.
the
That's
desert.
just entrances.
But we have most, if not all, the entrances. Like, there's no more items to access, because we've opened up Turtle Rock and, well, I mean, he's got all the medallions anyway, so that's kind of irrelevant.
The only thing that I can think of is that
Bumper Cave. Maybe you need a cape? That would be weird. Cape go mode? That'd be wild.
Have we seen any of the, desert main entrances?
Yeah, I thought they mirrored to it. They must have mirrored to those. Yeah, we have. So, God, could we need the cape to get through Bumper Cave to get... I forget which version of Bumper Cave we have. It was, it might have been the top. If it's the top, we can do it with the hookshot.
Yeah, because I'm looking at,
And he's gonna climb.
Yeah, I'm looking at both of their trackers, and they both have 6 outstanding checks in desert. I don't think they found any desert entrances at all. So I'm wondering if you have to take a desert connector
to get to, oh my god, you're right. We haven't seen desert. I thought you meant the actual locations at desert, but you're right. We haven't seen any of desert. That's wild.
So that means I think they have to find any of the desert any of the desert entrances and then take a connector that takes you to Desert North.
Yeah, that could be. And Beer's going to climb because he knows he needs to and just going to do it. And that's going to get him near the connector. It'll take him to Eastern. Vex going to have the fun Castle Tower experience.
He's going to get the mirror out and then see he gets the small key and then it's like, nope. Oh.
I mean, for all intents and purposes, like the silvers are, silvers are a really good place to sit if you know you're going to mirror soon, because it's just one quick swap over. There's that book, which led to the Thieves' Town Big Key. Yeah, I have to agree with AA. We're still looking for the one entrance, and doing GT early is fine for items, but if we don't need items, it's nice to just do this and fall into Ganon.
Right.
Unless he thinks he needs that cape for... Again, I don't remember which side of Bumper Cave we saw.
Remind me where Ganon's tower was, on the map.
It's on this. It's at the Ice Rod Cave area.
Oh, Ice Rod. Okay. Oh, that's easy to get to though. So you can just do it whenever.
Right. Exactly. And we have a flute to get there. Maybe as suggested, maybe he wants a tempered sword. I mean, we might get one. I mean, if the game is true to its nature, we might just have 2 swords in a swamp that we're just never going to see. No, and of course Beer doesn't need temper for Trinex, but it does make it nicer, so, Let's see what we're gonna check these. But that's so weird. We haven't. How do we? Yeah, and there's a tempered sword. How do we?
There it is, like we know.
How do we not have entrances? Any desert entrances? That's absolutely wild. So one of them has to be the must connect at Bumper. And so what other must connects have we not seen? We might not have ever seen. Oh, there's a GT small and GT.
That's funny.
That is funny. That's what I'm wondering, Jay Coper. That's what I'm wondering. We did see Bumper Cave, and I don't remember which side we saw. I don't think we've gone through it.
I think it was the side where you need the cape. I don't think it was the hookshot side.
You don't think it was hookshot side? Okay, that would, if that's the case, and if that led to Bumper Ledge, could be required. But yeah, I'm trying to think how do we not have a desert entry? That's baffling. All right, one of our trackers and restreamers, Jaxie, saying that he can verify that we saw the cape side, the cape only side. We also have. I also don't think we've seen Ice Palace.
Yeah, we haven't seen the Ice Palace entrance. They haven't gone there yet. Although, both of their trackers have it marked off.
Well, maybe we have seen it. If both of them have it marked off. Vex still needs to go to Ice Palace at some point. It'd be really interesting, you know, that cape in that big chest at this point. Hookshot was in the main cell. Vex is about to get it. Right. Beer's gonna go do Eastern. And then he will set his sights on finding the desert entrance. Oh, right. He still has to do Trinex. That's a good point. And VeXtopher still needs to go find his GT Big Key.
Right, he needs to get back to Ice Palace.
He needs to do ice. God, unless the ice big chest is a required cape, though, I just don't see him coming back from this. Although he's got all his crystals. But ice is not quick. Whereas Turtle Rock, kind of quick. Yeah, Beer hasn't done TR front, but we've seen it. He knows where it is. So we'll see what he decides to do. So,
also, if you do TR, you just end up at TR front at the end of it.
That's right. So, Ice Palace is the green pendant. Green pendant is the GT Big Key. GT Big Key is required for Ganon. And Beer did it forever ago without the Ice Palace Big Key. Vex is going to go into Swamp looking for that GT Big Key. That is really unfortunate. Unless, I mean, I guess the cape is here. And it's required. I mean, on the one hand, Swamp is 10 items. You probably don't expect your opponent to do it. On the other hand, you killed Helmasaur, and all you got out of killing Helmasaur was an Ice Big Key. Which would lead me to Ice. Chat already predicting the proverbial sword and swamp. All
It's
right.
always here, though.
I know, right? Something, sword and swamp. All right, where are we going? Where are we going, Beer? Oh, hello. Oh, right.
Yeah,
No, we've seen both sides of this.
Well, also, he didn't hover this, so
no,
he
he
just
hasn't
needs
done
to do
the
the
items.
checks.
Right. And he's seen the other side of it, so he's not going to do that. Yeah, he's definitely looking for that cape. Yeah, he's definitely looking for something. So he might join Vex in Swamp Palace. There's the cape.
Now, does Vex have the wherewithal to realize this is a connector that I have to chase?
Oh, probably, but he still needs GT Big Key, so he's not leaving Swamp Palace. When is cape needed? When you have to go through the connector that is normally at Bumper Ledge?
Yes, if you go through from bottom to top, you need the cape. If you go in from top to bottom, you can use either the cape or the hook shot.
Correct. And we have not found Desert North. And yeah, to answer about the big bomb, we were spit out of there on another connector, so that's not the answer. And unfortunately, if the cape is the answer, it's not going to help Vex enough, because I can't imagine Beer goes into pod for 2 items before he goes into swamp for 10. If that is really what he needs. There's our last shield, by the way, in Swamp Palace. We are going to do the front of Turtle Rock.
It makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, Ice has got to be the next play for Vex, right? He's done full cleared all the pendants. Funny enough, he has, yeah, that is maybe a simpler situation, funny enough. Yeah, they're both kind of where else but the place they need to go. So this could get pretty close, depending on what route Beer takes in. Like Ice is much easier to route through than Swamp Palace, because it's left side. Our theory is Beer is looking for a cape to go through Bumper Cave to get to a must connect that we would then mirror to Desert North, because we are missing Desert North. Are we checking ped? He's checking ped. You're both checking ped. I love it. Almost not quite simultaneous.
When you're out of things to do, just look for the things, right? Just
well,
get info.
Yeah, see, because if this is the answer, then if you're either one of them, you're just done. You just go get your pendants and move on. I thought maybe Beer would then go into Swamp Palace because you're kind of nearby it. He's thinking.
I think he realized that Swamp was right there, and now he has to go back for it.
But I'm still just trying to process that we haven't found desert entrance.
We found 0 desert entrances. There's 4 in the game.
0 desert entrances. And try and take a closer look here. We haven't, like I said, we haven't seen Bumper Ledge. But it means desert has got to be one of the desert desert entrances could be actual GTs, so 7 crystal locked. We haven't seen the laser bridge entrance and the bumper entrance. Yeah. So there's got to be one more entrance out there though that I'm not.
Oh, wait,
I'm not.
Vex is here. Vex is here.
I was too busy looking at Beer's tracker to try, because his tracker is just a little bit bigger. So I figured if I could full screen it on my other screen. And Beer not go, well, we'll see if he goes. So if I'm looking for an item, I will typically do left side before I go to the back. Because I'm looking for an item. I'm not looking for, I'm not looking to actually beat the dungeon. But it looks like Beer's going to go to the back first, which is really unfortunate.
Yeah, in key sanity modes, if you have the big key and the small key, you just full send it and you just go with the left side because you already have all the items, just full clear it on the first go around. You don't have to come back.
Yeah, it is Bumper Ledge. Wait, why? What?
Getting the key.
Oh, okay. No, okay, yeah. He, because we've had the desert small key forever.
But ironically enough, we don't have any of the desert entrances to actually use it.
Well, he's gonna go. Yeah, you know where he's going. He's gonna go to 7 crystal locked GT. And see if
which is desert.
Which is going to be a desert entrance, and there's going to be a desert exit at the laser bridge must connect, and there's got to be another must connect that I'm not thinking of because we've definitely seen the East Desert one.
Have we?
I thought we saw it early.
I guess you're right.
Maybe not.
No, he has it marked off, so it was clearly somewhere, but I don't remember seeing it.
So both are runners making wrong decisions.
Which, to be fair, there are so many different wrong decisions, and there's only one
right?
correct decision.
And by wrong decisions, I don't mean that they aren't making, bad. They're not making bad decisions. They're just not the right decisions. Beer going right back in, so he's going to get that cape. And that's going to be run out of time for Vex because he's not headed to Ice Palace. I get it. You just got, it's a classic Crosskeys thing where a GT big key, a sword, or a CT small can be blocked by 7 crystals here. I mean, heck, I've had vanilla GT and vanilla Ganon. That's always fun.
Oof.
But in this case, it's just not the answer. Yeah, he's probably going to get a sword and a mail upgrade, which is, nice. Kinda. I mean, at this point, you're not happy to get those. Because they are not the thing you are looking for. Now, the good news for him is once he's done doing these desert checks, he is going to be right near where Ice Palace is.
And honestly, I don't know what else he has left in the game to do.
He doesn't. Nothing. I mean, I think he might have a chest or two in pod. That's about it.
But there's no way, right?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta do, 9 item Ice Palace before you do 2 or 3 item pod, right? And Beer's already climbed, so he just needs to find. Wait, we got a sword in swamp because of course we got a sword in
Yep.
swamp. I didn't even realize it. The tempered sword that Vex is running around with is this gold sword that Beer just got.
Yeah.
'Cause of
And
course.
there was also a shield in swamp as well. And I know that's not
Yep.
the meme, but that's also important to know.
Very important.
All right, so this is a climb. Oh, this is
No,
right
he's
side.
right side GT.
All right, well, I guess he's not going to ice then.
I forgot he has this too. Yeah, Like I said, I still think that Beer did ice a little bit early for the circumstance, but man, oh man, you clear pod all you got. So Vex got the Ice Palace big key on Pendant Helmasaur. He did not know that Helma was a pendant when he got it. To my way of thinking, if I just did, I mean, I don't know if I would do it right away, but if I were looking to do something after, I would want to make use of that pendant helmet, that big key.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I get this, and now he's gonna, because he didn't do.
Yeah.
When you're go
the climb.
-1, when you're go -1, you'll often not do Tower Room. You'll do the right side, and then come back in for the item here. Our two trackers and restreamers extraordinaires are talking about more swords and swamps for the late race. All right, that is Beer's 7th crystal. He's already climbed GT. Just needs to flute over there and jump down. That's all the things you could possibly want. And Vex finally gonna give in to the pressure of Ice Palace. And
Little
it's
late,
entered
unfortunately.
as, just a little bit too late.
Because this is ice plus the turn in plus the climb.
Yeah, it's too much. Now, to be fair, I would have been in unless I got, it depends on whether I would have done Helma or not. I would have been screwed too in this one because Pendant Ice, I'm not doing Pendant Ice without the big key. And you have to kill Helma to get the big key.
Yep.
Just yeah. So unless I lucked out on getting the big key for the pendant kill that he did. Chat saying all 4 swords in swamp can only happen in the seed with 6 pod small keys in pod. Let me tell you about a seed I played that had 4 small pod smalls in pod.
Wow.
Including the very first chest. You're setting it for the triple.
And there it
gets
is.
It. Get your GGs in chat for homemade beer, finishing up with an official race time of 1:59:45. And we'll go to 4-1.
Oh, Vex hasn't forfeited yet, so I'm thinking he's
No.
going to finish this out.
I don't know if he's going to finish it out, but I think he wants to at least find his big key. We'll see that. We'll see. We'll see if we can get beer in here. Yeah, Cape Go mode. So I've exactly seen Cape Go mode once, funny enough. But it was the second Zelda wood seed that when we were testing the mode. And we did the first one, and Zelda and I had a Discord conversation about how you could have a Go mode cape in Zelda Woods. If the connector was bumper and you had to go to Ganon at the back of Skullwoods drop down. And sure enough, the next seed we played had Cape Go mode. Did you not? So
nice.
Yeah, but in a regular seed, no, I've never seen it before. And there's a DNF incoming. I think it's going to be right after he turns in the green pendant.
Yep, solves the puzzle and just says, "Okay, I'm done."
Yeah, I gotta respect the player that wants the answer. And there's a GT big key. We might just leave it on that screen. I think he's just leaving it on that screen.
It's a good enough ending for me.
It sure is. So Cape Go mode on one side, GT big key Go mode on the other side. But yeah,
one of those is a little bit more usual than the other.
Yeah, for sure. And we have both our runners joining us, Beer and Homemade Beer and VeXtopher. GG's, boys.
GG.
So, Tale of Two Go modes.
Yeah, I guess so.
So we were wondering. Yeah,
Yep.
Cape Go mode.
I figured. Yeah, mine was I'd have put off ice, and I was like, well, I guess I just hope it's not in ice.
Was ice big in desert, or was it on Bombos or Hair Basement? Because I think that's the only
Helma.
three things I had left. On Helma.
On Helma.
Yeah, it was on Helma.
Oh, okay. So then that small key on the ledge was a pod small, I guess.
Yes.
Weird seed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really weird seed.
I was like, I really hope that the GT Big Key is behind Ganon's Tower, because that would be hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, like, well, okay.
Classic, really.
Just making sure I didn't miss track, but GP was behind Ganon's Tower, right?
Yeah. Because there were two dead-end connectors, and they had to be desert, and then there was only one entrance you could ever get to. I literally went through desert. I was like, oh, I can just finish this. I don't need the key. And then I went back in to grab the small key, cause an extra small key, because I was like, oh wait, this is behind GT. I could totally have my stuff. And I really hoped it did, right? Because if it would have been a significantly closer race, right? It would have been close. But
You probably would have been way ahead, actually, because you did all of that, and So
because the last thing I literally am talking to Saha right now for the GT. right? Because I did
Got
ice
it left on the
last.
screen right now.
Yeah, it's just up on the screen. But the last thing I did was that because I don't know what I had left. I had Bombo's tablet and I had Purple Chest. That's and
Well,
Pilot.
you, sir, don't have the
Yeah.
mirror shield, it sounds like. And that's unfortunate.
Was it a Bombo's tablet?
It was on purple
Purple.
chest.
Oh man.
The
sad.
only 2 checks I didn't do, I'm really confused. I'm trying to like put together some numbers that don't make sense, but I have a 191 collection rate. The only 2 checks I didn't do was Bombo's tablet and Hera basement, and then desert, of course. So that's only 7 checks. So there's not like
all the stuff
18
that-
overworld checks, is there? Like,
Well, I mean,
I don't know.
it's Ped.
You
It's
didn't grab
a
Ped.
bunch of stuff that we didn't. Neither one of you grabbed the Zor ledge. Just
Yeah,
it's
Yeah.
2
didn't
in
grab
2
desert
in quad, I
ledge.
guess.
yep.
Race
Yep.
game, desert led race
Yeah,
game.
I guess there really are. Like 18 checks.
Mhm.
That's crazy.
So beer. What made you go into Ice Palace so early without a big key?
I had,
mean, you
I had
had
Bombos and
okay-
Fire Rod. It was
Yep.
yeah.
And
You had
without
okay
Samaria.
equipment. Yeah, no Samaria, but you had okay. You had I think you had a half magic, and Bombos and a Fire Rod. So it
Yeah.
wasn't a terrible Ice Palace, but
I mean, with a small key, like I think Samaria saves like a minute at the most, something like that.
sounds about right. Yeah.
It's a lot. I mean, it's a lot of time. I'm not going to downplay it, but also, it's one of those Samaria could be in here. And like I said, I had Bombos and stuff, so it's like I have a small key. I have Bombos, I have Fire Rod. I can do Ice Palace fairly quickly.
Mhm.
I don't know. Maybe it wasn't a great play, but when I got the GT Big, I'm like, oh, that's a good key. I'm glad after getting nothing, and
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, I'm glad I got that.
Yeah,
at least.
I had to pick something to not do that
Yeah.
you would have possibly done, right? Because it was we were already so late in the seed, and I just chose incorrectly. Because I just didn't do ice.
I almost didn't get the flute. That was a big one. That helps like clean up a lot of mid game.
Yeah, it was. I mean,
I
I'm
hate
just
that check.
I'm
I
trying to
never do
imagine-
that check in Crosskeys.
I'm just trying to imagine what it would have looked like had I done ice earlier, right? Because I do ice.
I think you would have been
earlier.
ahead because you did all of desert. You did all of you opened GT. Like all that stuff's like minutes.
Oh yeah, I mean I did right side GT. I did all that stuff. I wouldn't see. Because if I would have gotten ice earlier, I wouldn't have done any of the. I wouldn't have even had to finish desert. Because I would have been Cape Go mode. Because I knew I needed Cape. Like I knew
Yeah,
it had to be there.
I
And so
didn't realize that until I beat Hera, and I was looking at my map, and I'm like, this is a funny scene. I was like, I bet Swamp's just a pendant. And then I was like, wait, I don't have any more entrances left, and I had to dig through my connectors. I'm like, yeah, I only have 1 connector left.
yeah, and it's the Cape sided bumper ledge. That's pretty funny. That's
It was
funny
pretty
connector.
good.
Yeah, we weren't 100% sure that was the situation because we're like, wait, because you even beer in Thieves Town got the hook shot and
Yeah.
then almost skipped the big chest and then turned around to pick up
Yep.
the big chest. And at that point, we're like, he's looking for Cape in case that's the answer because otherwise, the only thing he could be looking for is that Cape. That's it. There's nothing else he could be looking for.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because when you are playing Crosskeys and your mind locks into one thing, even if it's not the right choice, but you're just like determined to solve
Oh
a
yeah.
problem that may or may not exist. And
Yep.
somewhere in the mid game around like the hour 10 mark or so, my brain was like, I should go find desert. I have everything to clear it. And I literally was only looking for desert for almost the entire seed. And then I found out
Yeah.
it was behind GT by the time
Yep.
I checked every entrance. I'm like, well, I guess I'm not finding desert. And then I was like kind of glad that actually worked out because then it made me realize, wait, I need the Cape. Like if I didn't know that, I wouldn't have I would
On
have
the side.
been looking for entrances and then been like, oh crap, wait a minute, I don't.
What did I
I need the
mistrack?
Cape.
No, at
Yeah,
the end I was kind of
exactly.
like, I feel like I mistracked. I also lost a ton of time because I didn't do Sick Kid before I went up the mountain to do TR entrance.
Wait, what was on Sick
It's a
Kid?
Quake for Castle Tower and
Yeah.
Turtle Rock.
Oh, and the
entrance to get
book was in there.
book.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
and so
Oh.
I climbed again, but you have to climb the long ass way, right? Twice because one of the desert entrances is up there. But you can't get on Floating Island, right? So the only way to
Right.
get up
Yeah.
there is to mirror up the mountain the long way. And so I had to do it twice in a row to get my the book or the Thieves Big, right?
Yeah, how
Yeah,
wild
I
was
I
it?
forgot
though?
about that.
That I mean, this fact we're at one point we're like, wait, we haven't seen any desert not just desert
Yeah,
now.
right?
We haven't seen
So we got
any...
we got the desert small key like really, really
super
early.
early. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the
Well,
desert small
dungeons
was
in
literally-
general. Go ahead.
Oh, I think the desert small was like literally the Link's house bonk rocks that you get from getting boots. And
Oh,
Link's
yeah.
house. Like I think that's what the desert small was. I was like, oh, that's
Yeah, how'd
nice.
you like
It'll be-
those early boots?
It was nice.
It's the second time in this tournament I've had him in Link's house.
Oh yeah. Oh nice.
Yeah.
I mean, that's I don't know. I don't know if I've played too many seeds over the amount of time, but like I swear, sometimes I'm in the middle of the seed early, and I'm like, have I played this one before?
Like,
And, like, I don't know if it's the randomizers just like rolling on a cycle or something, and like it's like, oh, that I'm sure it's not, and it's just recency bias or something. But like I feel like I played this exact seed because like the entrances will be exactly where they were in like practice a week ago, and I'll be like, oh man, did I not save the right seed?
Yeah. No, I had that same deja vu. It was funny. But yeah, I was gonna say it too, like I think the biggest thing that felt weird in the seed is the dungeons were all really late.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like you were finding everything but the dungeons for almost the entire seed. Except for like a really early swamp that you couldn't go into.
Yeah, they're like Dark Flute 2 and Graveyard Ledge and
Yeah.
Spiral Cave entrance, right? Like,
Yep.
I mean, I guess Ice wasn't too bad, right? And the TR entrances were.
Yeah,
too
Ice
bad,
was like
but,
the only like easy dungeon
well,
to find, but
and,
then
and I guess Hera
yeah.
too. But like mostly they were in crappy spots. Like Thieves Down was
Yeah.
a crappy spot.
Eastern.
Yeah,
I don't even remember where Eastern Big was. Did you need the myths to get Eastern Big Key? I don't remember anymore. It was on top of Hera, which was behind Thieves.
No, it was
Okay.
on a boss.
No, you didn't.
That's right.
It was
The
on. It
hair
was on
boss?
Moldorm.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was on Hera boss.
The-
Yeah,
the-
but
the early
I
game-
also. Oh,
I was
go
gonna say
ahead.
the early game was interesting though. Like Veer, you managed to do that southwest light world stuff a lot earlier.
Oh,
And
the
those
Dark
5
World.
item caves, the hype cave and the
Oh yeah.
and then you went right into the dark world and you did the Dark Link's house bonk rocks, which had Thieves Hideout, which had
Oh yeah.
Fire Rod,
mirror,
the
right? No,
sword,
I had the-
yeah.
Oh, that's
So-
right. Yeah, I had the sword really early, and it felt.
So
I was-
yeah, you had a
yeah.
had a little bit of an edge early on because then you got to the mountain and you got to do all the mountain things. In Vex, you got to the mountain and you had to use whatever you chose to use to save the old man, whereas Beer's sitting there with a sword and a lamp.
Oh, yeah.
the old man.
But I would have felt really bad in most seeds getting the pearl and all this crap that was in Hype Cave that late. But like honestly, I don't think I really wasted much time not doing stuff
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
like the
Yeah,
whole time.
for
Like I felt like it was really easy to be really efficient here, but it was not really easy to like just go the right way because everything
Mhm.
was just everywhere.
But before
Yeah.
that, you were kind of chasing each other for a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I noticed like I don't know, an hour 45 was the first time in the entire seed where my like CPH went below 100. I was like, this is a really efficient seed if you get that boots, mirrors, sword like pretty quickly because you could just do everything in one huge loop. So
Yeah, I think the difference was you both hit Paradox Cave, and Beer, you just took the one exit that took you to the Ice Rod Cave area, which had GT.
oh, that's where the mirror was, right?
Right,
Yeah.
and then Vex, you decided to check the extra entrance, which took you to the eastern area, which had you clearing the eastern area, which, I mean, if you had to find Hera eventually anyway, but it just was a little bit more efficient. The way
yeah, it was
Beer ended
it was
routing
really
It wasn't
weird doing
significant, but it was just, yeah.
Eastern area backwards was weird.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
funny.
I would do the same thing, right?
I literally ran all the way to Highlight Island checks like backwards, and then I
Mhm.
water walked to Hobo because I don't know, I was into a route.
Yeah,
And I
yeah. Well, and,
swam to the island like a dummy.
yeah, the Ice Rod Cave being at those 2 checks right there at your start, where you could just get the free water walk and just grab the man under the bridge immediately, which is super nice.
Yeah, that
we
was
did
cool.
that
I
like
really
what,
enjoyed
a
that.
minute in, 2 minutes in.
Yeah, that was cool.
It's fun. No, it was a really interesting scene. I wonder what the actual odds of Desert being behind GT, because the other
Not
two are
something
dead
I
in
feel like
tech.
calculating.
Like, I feel like that is not very likely to happen.
I'm almost sad. I thought that Ice Big was going to be in Desert, in like the big chest or something, and I thought it was going to be one of those goofy seeds where you got to like do everything and then go beat GT and then go like logically, go beat Ice. Go beat GT, go beat Ice.
Yeah,
all that
that's-
No, there was
that'd be funny.
absolutely nothing in Desert. I think, like, literally nothing.
There was
Like,
nothing in GT either, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think there was a
Uh,
single,
Ice
except
Rod.
for that mirror. Oh,
Ice
the
Rod.
mirror and the
Ice
ice
Rod.
rod,
Mirror
yeah.
and Ice Rod. And you get a tempered sword, which is nice, but
You did get
not
tempered.
required.
No, so real jokes would have been if the GT Big was in Desert behind GT Tower entrance, like in a Crosskeys.
Yeah.
That would have
I mean,
been
that's
amazing.
such a classic. That's such a classic classic
Yeah.
Crosskeys. It's one
That
of those things
would've-
that new player. I sometimes new players don't quite realize. Oh wait, they have another entrance.
Oh yeah,
So
no,
it's
this
definitely a gotcha.
this one, I feel like for a new player, giving them this seed would be like really uncomfortable because like
Yeah.
just because you'd get to the end and you'd be so like trying to trace the logic. It's actually probably a really good learning seed for someone trying to learn Crosskeys, right?
With a mentor, maybe.
No, that's what I
Yeah.
meant. I'm
Yeah.
legitimately gonna save this seed for when we do another Crosskeys mentor tournament because I feel like it would be a really good teaching seed.
That's a
Yeah.
really good point.
I remember this seed kind of reminded me, just with the opportunity it had for GT Love. There was a seed a while back that was, I think it was a big race time race or something. I don't remember. There was a lot of people in there. I remember. I was watching it, but it was one of those seeds that had Swamp Palace was behind GT Pendant Swamp, and it had the only swords in like the whole seed basically. So like it was like basically like a swordless Crosskeys seed, and you had to go into Swamp, and it had like. There were 2 swords in Swamp and the book, which had another sword on the tablet, and then like the 4th sword was
Are you
behind,
sure it
like,
wasn't
medallions.
Pod? Because I played.
Oh, it might have been. Yeah. No, I think it might have been. Yeah.
I played. If it was Pod, I played that. So you went around the entire game with 1 sword.
Yeah.
You go into Pod. It had 2 swords. I left with just the 1.
Yeah.
But it turns out Pod had 2 swords and the GT Big Key, and the 4th sword was on GT Climb.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Because
yeah,
a bunch
but it
of
was-
us,
that
we
sounds
were
right.
all talking about it. I actually went back and checked because some people got both the swords in Pod, but I went and found that the other one was werewolf. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's why
I
this
feel
one's
like
fun. There's some goofy stuff that happens.
Oh yeah,
it is
no,
fun
was-
when those
it was
things
good
happen.
times.
Honestly.
Good times.
All right, I'm calling another one of these in about 40 minutes. So I
Okay.
think I'm gonna let
Awesome.
you all go and maybe have some.
Yeah, thank you for
Yeah, thanks
comms
for
and
the
race and.
It was a lot of
restream.
fun, though.
I had no idea we were getting restreamed, but GG's.
All right, thanks to both of you. Yeah, good luck moving on to the rest of the tournament. Beer in really good shape at 4-1. Vex still very much in contention at 3-2. And I'll thank Craze Gamer for joining me, and thanks Jaxie and Tomotech for tracking. And I'll turn it back over to Jaxie, who's going to close us out.
Thanks, Tracy. Yeah, so I'm going to keep things a bit brief here. This was an absolutely amazing show from both of our runners, Homemade Beer and VeXtopher. If you liked what you saw, be sure to give them both a follow. I want to thank our commentary booth, Crazed Gamer and Tracy M, for the amazing comms, as well as my tracking buddy, my evil counterpart, TommelTalk13. The fun doesn't end here. In about 40 minutes, we are going to late night on Zelda Speedruns with Zaruvan versus Hitman. That's in 40 minutes. Don't miss it. In the meantime, I'm going to send us all over to the Otters, but be sure to come back here for that race. Thank you all for tuning in. This is Jaxie from Zelda Speedruns, signing off.